Welcome.
The following episode of the Everything Podcast will contain spoilers from the fifth and final episode of Bricktoons. That's right, welcome to the Everything Podcast. This episode I'm covering the fifth and final episode of Bricktoons. But before I get to my review, we have the cast list. We have Gal Garcia Bernal as Hector, Alana Ubach as Mama Imelda, Ryan Lopez as Miguel, and Blanca R. Kelly as Amishi. The writer and director of consistent across all of the other Bricktoons episodes, with this episode being written by Rachel Vine and directed by Randy Rodriguez. Here's the synopsis. It's the Battle of the Bands, and Miguel needs support from his familia to sing a winning song. All the episodes, which includes this one, of Bricktoons was released on the 4th of September 2024. As I've talked about previously, this is the episode that, it's not I didn't like it the most, but because I hadn't watched Coco, which is the film that these characters are from, I had no idea who they were. So it was probably my least favourite. But maybe it might be the other way around, but because I've not watched it, that's probably what it is. I don't think any of the episodes were bad. I think there were bits, especially the dance sequences, that I liked in this one. But yes, in this episode, just because I hadn't watched Coco, I would suggest watching, or essentially being aware of those other films before watching these episodes. Without further ado, here's my review of the fifth and final episode of Bricktoons. We start off with the title sequence. Miguel communicates with his dog. Miguel's dog is called Dante. Miguel runs quickly somewhere. Miguel watches part of a firework display. Someone introduces Battle of the Bands. Miguel reunites with some of his family members. Miguel is motivated by one of his family members. Dante licks Miguel's face. The host unveils the Battle of the Bands trophy. The host also introduces the judges and a self-aware brush. An act performs. This act is swept off the stage by the self-aware brush. Another act performs. Miguel watches this act perform. Miguel thinks of withdrawing from Battle of the Bands until another family member motivates him. Miguel's family express their pride for Miguel. Miguel performs. Miguel's family join Miguel on stage, and another fireworks display takes place. That is my review of the fifth and final episode of Bricktoons. So I've now have reviewed all 5 episodes of Bricktoons. But next time on the Everything Podcast, there is no trailer because I'm covering it's the first San Diego Comic-Con 2024 panel that I'm covering, which is the Deadpool and Wolverine: A Celebration of Life, because the video that I could find on YouTube was quite short. So that's where it's slotted. So like I say, the order is now runtime, not chronological. So just bear that in mind when you're sending episodes. But let me know what you thought of not only this episode of Bricktoons, if you watched it, maybe Bricktoons in whole, maybe tell me what your favourite is, or my reviews, and do exactly the same. Which review you liked the most, put those in the comments below, as well as any review suggestions. So it can be anything, but just be aware with the runtime, because obviously the longer it is, the longer it's going to take for me to get there. And there is quite a few of your suggestions coming up very soon, which I'll talk about actually in the next episode, because I'll be starting your suggestions after that. After tomorrow's episode, actually, I'll be starting one of your suggestions. But remember, you can also like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.